It's crazy now that we actually have listeners, the things you find out. There is somebody who, I'll say this person, he is an aspiring actor. And a lot of times when you're doing acting work and you're out there in Hollywood or LA, you take gigs, being an extra or whatever. And this person does seat filling gigs for late night shows, like when you can't, when it's a slow like a Tuesday and Conan can't get the thing filled out, they just
or if it's any day at
right
this show.
yeah. So they recently went and they asked me, "Hey, I'm going to go to this thing. Do you want me to go? Please tell me how this works." So they explained to me what's going on with what goes on at a typical late night with Lilly show. So I'm going to read it without obviously giving away the name of the person. Okay, so they film in a small studio named Siren Studios. The set was very low budget, ran with bare bones crew and about 30 audience members. And they couldn't fill it, so they needed seat fillers. That's very important to keep in mind. Soon after checking in, we were given a speech to laugh at everything, even if it was not funny.
That's really good. Yep. I like even if it's not for you, laugh.
You laugh now.
God damn it.
Now, this is not uncommon practice. However, it is intensified when we were told to laugh, even if we felt offended or uncomfortable. They shoot 2 shows a day. I was told the episodes I worked on would be released in February.
How much?
Which honestly doesn't make much sense because it would be far from relevant at that point, considering they plug current tour dates and films. The warm-up girl instructed us to clap like blacks at church, not like lame white Christians at church. Her words, not mine.
Clap like blacks in church, or blacks in movie theaters, or blacks at funerals, or blacks at wedding. All right.
We get it. All of her jokes were also very racially charged. Your basic white people are the worst and don't get anything humor. I.e., she made a joke about how she had confused 2 Indian girls, and one Indian girl got offended, saying, "We don't all look alike," which she herself thought was a real knee slapper. At one point during the taping of the second show, I was pulled aside and asked to laugh more.
This is amazing. You're not laughing enough.
Apparently, I didn't remedy the situation enough because it was moved to a chair. Because I was moved to a chair in the back of the camera,
That's so
off camera. My bad. I should also note that upon first taping, we were asked to do reactions for a show that had taped the day before. So yes, the audience reactions were completely fake. So we called that all the art. But for do reactions for a show from the day before. Also, Lilly didn't realize her mic was on while talking to a guest during the break, and fully confessed that everything she did on YouTube was very green and not very good. That's when the sound guy came over and told her to turn the mic off. Because, when they go to break, they talk to the guests. And
this is so embarrassing. And by the way, all this, like, mashing together audience reactions from the day, like, I get it. The writing's terrible. She's terrible. The jokes are terrible. The production values are terrible. But they're also kind of cobbling the show together in a way that's going to, even if it was a good show, you'd make it bad. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if they did that with, like, Letterman or Conan, and they just cobbled together all these audience reactions and stuff. Like, the show would look like shit. It would ruin a good product, but you're taking an already shitty product and making it even worse.
She seems like she's trying to change her shtick a little bit, but you can tell she feels stuck in a persona she's already created. Hope this helps. I forgot to mention, she does feel the need to constantly tell people all the good things she's done. As if a guest says they're done something, she also has to one-up them. Also, she consistently told the audience that we were part of history, and this is a show for the people.
What people?
And this is the best part. To me, all that's great, but this is the best part. And there was no bathroom for the audience members. You were not allowed to go if you needed to. You had to go before the show and at the Subway across the street, a sandwich shop. you had to use the bathroom. If you were in the audience, you had to go across the street to use the bathroom.
This sounds like a terrible experience.
When I was out in L.A., I've been to a Leno taping. This is obviously when Leno was still doing it. First off, huge crowd. Secondly, clean bathrooms,
You
really
were probably
nice.
being herded around like cattle at a show like that. Yeah.
So that's
I did the same thing when I used to go in high school. I went to a couple of tapings of The Daily Show because that was back when the tickets were just free and you could just go. And same thing. They had a bathroom. They had. They didn't need to tell you to laugh. They gave you a little spiel in the beginning, like high energy. Make sure you're laughing. Make sure you're just remember you are on TV, so try to project some energy. But they weren't begging you to laugh. They were like, and then they got remember Paul Mercurio?
Yeah.
He was the warm-up guy there
yeah.
for years, and he was the one that did all the warm-up stuff. But, yeah, like you said with Jay Leno, like, that's gross. You have to go to the subway across the street.
Yeah, with Leno, it was at the time Stuttering John was the guy. Right. He was the warm-up act. He was the producer for warm-up act. He was out there. So, but it wasn't like clap even if it's bad. It was just like, hey, when you see the clap sign, make sure you laugh, blah, blah. But this is like 30 people. The reaction shots are taped from the day before. This show is cobbled together because it's so bad. They're trying to make something out of nothing. You imagine telling somebody that goes to see a professional show that's on network TV that you have to use the bathroom at the subway across the street?
That's embarrassing. But yeah, it's even like you're pointing out, you're right. Like, I guess the shows of the earlier eras had the gift of having a really talented host and the best writers in the business, and you didn't have to cobble it together. It was like, yeah, just, tell Dave who the guests are, give him some notes here, and send him out. He'll do it. He'll do an hour every night. Him and Paul Schaefer are going to do an hour every night.
This made me want to play this.
And you know what? I'm glad you went into this because this man has, as I've been watching a lot of clips of him.
Oh, the Arsenio clips?
Yes.
Yeah.
This man does not get the credit he deserves.
Oh, yeah. Agreed 100%.
For being a good late night host.
Dude, 100%.
Fox was very bad at promoting their late night show. Fox was historically bad at trying to do late night. But I'm watching old clips, and this dude, I think honestly, too, let's be real, I think he was still too black for the time.
Yeah.
Because it was a lot of this guy had Eazy-E on and he had Tupac and he was just, this was I think a jarring shock for people that were up late at night.
I used to watch it. It was cool. Some of the guests were really good guests.
And now I go back and watch it and I'm like, this is fucking cool, man. Why didn't, you know what I mean? This show was, I think 5 years too early. If it had been 5 years later on the right network, this guy would have fucking killed it.
So this is from an old clip from Arsenio Hall where some gay guys show up during the taping of his show, and they start saying, why don't you have any gay people on the show? So now I'll play what happened. Nice suit.
The blonde girl is so funny while they were singing. She said, oh my God, it was so funny, so funny. Huh? I'm sorry, I can't hear you, man. Why don't I have any gay guests on my show? Wait,
look at this.
I'm sorry, why don't I have any gay guests on my show? Well, there are a lot of gay guests who really don't like to talk about their sexual preference, so we don't know whether they're gay or not.
There you go. By the way, this man, the more I've watched clips again, he was good, man.
Oh yeah,
he was a consummate professional, and he knew how to fucking get out of that shit.
He gets really mad
now, this ain't Merv. You didn't think I'd run from this, did you?
Being Merv Griffin of
Merv Griffin production.
I didn't run from this.
This ain't Johnny. I ain't gonna run from it. I'm gonna deal with it.
Johnny Carson. So he's walking up towards them. The guy's wearing a shirt that says Queer Nation.
Who would you like me to have on my show that's gay that maybe I haven't had? Who?
Gus Van Sant.
I don't know Gus Van Sant, but I know Elton John. He's been here and he's rocked the house. Okay?
He's kind of getting his face, too.
Well, let's get something straight, too. I think everybody remembers, Arsenio Hall, Eddie Murphy's little sidekick, doing his little comedy movies. But Arsenio Hall is not from...
No.
He's not... He didn't go to Juilliard before he was a fucking famous guy. Arsenio Hall for its time. There's a reason why rappers used to do his show. It's not just because it was the black late night show. He had cred. He had credibility with those people. They looked at Arsenio and was like, all right, this is a real dude. Like this dude can handle himself.
Look at that. He's in, dude. He's
Yeah, he
in,
doesn't give
giving
a
him
fuck.
a fuck. Yeah.
What? When Harvey has something I'm interested in, I'll bring him on the show. But this is my show, okay? This is my show. This is my show. You understand? This is my show.
Dude, Lilly Singh, which she had 1% of that swag.
She would have panicked and ran out of the room.
Of course. Oh, yeah.
And immediately called a manager at NBC.
When Harvey has something I fucking care about.
This is my show, man. You think I haven't had somebody on the show because they're gay? What's wrong with you, man? I'm black. I'm black, man. I'm black, man. I'm the biggest minority you know about.
Especially on Fox.
I don't want to hear that gay trash, man. I got gay friends I've had on the show. Because you don't know them or it ain't who you want on the show, you got a problem with it. If you want to book it, get yourself a show. Now sit down. Sit down. So I can do the show. You've had your say and I've had mine.
Woo! Alpha move. Alpha move.
And by the way, look at that studio. That ain't no Lilly Singh
That's not
studio.
30
That place was
people.
packed.
That's not 30 people. Now he's got to go back to being funny guy after this, too. All these people went on to commit hate crimes after this.
This was 10 minutes before the Matthew Shepard incident. Man, I was just watching that Arsenio. You want to go kill us a queer?
You sitting here, it's rude and it's out of order. The one thing I would not do is discriminate against a guest because of their sexual preference. To be honest with you, there are a lot of gay guests on this show, but it ain't none of your damn business that they're gay.
We used to be able to do this. Remember when it was when every show wasn't about, so you're a bi trumpet player? No one fucking cared. Just fucking show your movie.
That's real stupid. It's real stupid. Why don't you go over to the Johnny Carson show and ask him that question?
Are you fucking kidding me? You would be escorted out by police.
They wouldn't even get a word out.
No.
Johnny, I want to...
Stupid question.
They lock him in a. They lock him in a room with Ed McMahon. Ed McMahon's rolling up his sleeves and putting brass knuckles on.
They lock him in a room with Dick Cavett and other old, like, failed, like...
Beat the shit out of him.
Rick Dees. There's all these people in a cell.
Hey, the point is, this ain't the Morton Downey show. You. Hey.
He was about to curse and he held back. You saw that?
Wait. No, I don't do anti-gay jokes. I do characters. Just like I do McDonald's waiters. Just like I do jokes about politicians, Dan Quayle.
Good ref, though, Dan Quayle.
Or anybody else. I'm a comedian. Why is it that you can do a joke about anything and anybody, but when you do a gay joke, I gotta have idiots in here protesting over it? You don't see Dan Quayle here. You don't see Milli Vanilli here. What's your problem? What's your problem? Why is it that I can't do a gay character? It's a joke, man. Loosen up and enjoy it.
Loosen up, motherfucker, and enjoy it. Dude, he's heated. He was fucking heated.
What's your problem?
You should have just done this every night.
Right? This would have been
I
fire.
would watch this every night.
Yeah.
Just bring out gay people and yell at them.
Yell at 'em.
Bring out women's rights groups. Yell at them.
I'm a minority, man. I I do black jokes. I do gay jokes. I do every kind of joke you can imagine. And you don't see people up here interrupting the show and being rude like you are. What's your problem, man? What's your problem? You better chill, man. You better chill. I apologize. I apologize for myself, and I apologize for them. Let's move on. You want to take a commercial and come back? Okay, we'll take a commercial, and we'll come back right back with Paul Hogan and more Poison. And I hope that
Paul Hogan
I was trying to think who's the poor guest that has to come on after this. Paul Hogan.
New movie. Yes. Please welcome Paul Hogan.
Oh my God. Poor Paul Hogan. Oh my God, poor Paul Hogan. Oh, I
Nice
feel
to
so
be
bad.
here.
I feel so bad. I feel so bad. Paul Hogan hates homosexuals.
He's got to reference it because they
I
wouldn't
think
have left him in if they did.
How you doing?
That's very funny.
I'm not mad. I'm fine. Go on. I'm fine. It just irritates me, man. It just.
Yeah.
That was so rude and such an invasion on the entertainment of all of these people. You know.
If this would have been today, and a late night host did this today,
It would have been alt-right host Arsenio Hall.
yep.
Fired from Fox.
I don't discriminate. I'm a brother, man. Nobody knows more about discrimination than I do. Believe me, I have gay guests. I have gay employees. I could give a damn. I just want to entertain. And that was so stupid. I would like to show them how much.
I hope this ends with Paul Hogan going, "Don't worry, I hate faggots," and that's how the clip.
I used to bash them when I was a kid. Just go out there and smash them in the head with a rock.
I would like to show them how much I don't discriminate.
Look at him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay.
That's pretty much the end of the clip.
I love
that.
me
Was
some
fucking
Arsenio,
great,
man.
man. That was really, really good.
Hey, Lily, you're never going to be Arsenio.
You'll never be Arsenio.
Shit, you won't even be Chevy Chase.
Man, that ran for 3 weeks? I think it was 3 weeks how long the show was on.
It was a good show.